Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. So, after many days, we are meeting, right? Now, we are going to see about the other modes of convergence. We have seen yesterday about the convergent in probability, right? So, today we are going to see about the second modes of convergence, that is convergent in almost sure. Here, for all the modes of convergence, the definition is same, which is let xn sequence of random variables. The always n should be greater than or equals to 1. The sequence of random variables is convergent to a random variable x with probability 1 or equivalent almost sure. Then we can say that the sequence of random variables is convergent to a random variable x in almost sure. We can say that a dot s. A dot s means a means almost, s means sure, almost sure. అంటే ఇక్కడ సీక్వెన్స్ ఆఫ్ ర్యాండమ్ వేరియబుల్స్ అనేటివి తీసుకుంటే కనుక అవి అనేటివి ఒక లిమిటింగ్ పాయింట్కి రీచ్ అవుతున్నాయి. దాట్ లిమిటింగ్ పాయింట్ ఇస్ నథింగ్ బట్ ది ర్యాండమ్ వేరియబుల్ ఎక్స్. అప్పుడు దాని యొక్క ప్రాబబిలిటీ అనేది 1 ఉంటే కనుక మనం ఏం చెప్తాం, సీక్వెన్స్ ఆఫ్ ర్యాండమ్ వేరియబుల్స్ ఇస్ కన్వర్జెంట్ టు ఎక్స్ అండ్ ఆల్మోస్ట్ షూర్ అని చెప్తాం అనమాట. విచ్ ఇస్ నథింగ్ బట్ ప్రాబబిలిటీ లిమిట్ n tends to infinity xn is equals to x which is equals to 1. మనం ఏం చెప్పాము, సీక్వెన్స్ ఆఫ్ ర్యాండమ్ వేరియబుల్స్ అంటే సీక్వెన్స్ అంటే n అనేది ఇంక్రీజ్ అయినా కొద్దీ విచ్ ఇస్ నథింగ్ బట్ n ఈస్ గెటింగ్ లార్జ్. n is tends to infinity. Getting large is nothing but when n is tends to infinity, if the sequence are behaving in such a way that it is reaching to the limit point x, then if this probability is equals to 1, then we can say that the sequence of random variables is convergent to a random variable x and almost sure. And we have some other definitions also. If epsilon greater than 0, epsilon greater than or equals to 0, which is probability limit n tends to infinity mod xn minus x greater than or equals to epsilon which is equals to 0. If the difference between the sequence of random variables and limit point is greater than or equals to epsilon, that probability should be equals to 0. And if epsilon less than 0, probability limit n tends to infinity mod xn minus x less than epsilon which is equals to 1. If the difference between the sequence of a random variables and the limiting point, if it is less than epsilon, less than small positive integer, then the probability should be equals to 1. This is the another definition. The second definition, this is the first one. And we have another two definitions, that is limit n tends to infinity probability supremum n greater than or equals to k mod xn minus x greater than or equals to epsilon which is equals to 0. And limit n tends to infinity probability supremum n greater than or equals to k mod xn minus x less than epsilon which is equals to 0. ఇక్కడ సుప్రీమం అంటే ఏంటి అని కంగారు పడకండి. అండ్ I have also made a video on what is a supremum and what is the infimum, bounded, unbounded. I will give you the link in the description box. Please do watch it so that you will understand. And this is the another definition. If suppose in problems, in solving the problems, if they give the supremum value, then you need to apply this one. And we have another, that is limit n tends to infinity union n greater than or equals to k, sorry, here k tends to infinity. Mod xn minus x greater than or equals to epsilon should be equals to 0, and limit k tends to infinity intersection n greater than or equals to k mod xn minus x less than epsilon should be equals to 0. This is the another definition. Please do remember this one so that it will help to solve the implications and counter implications. We will also learn and further what are the implications, what is the relationship between these four modes of convergence. Okay, now I hope you have understood this one, and there is a slight difference between convergent in probability and convergent in almost sure. Here if you check for the convergent in probability, we have the formula or the definition is limit n tends to infinity probability mod xn minus x greater than epsilon which is equals to 0, right? This is the convergent in probability. First we will apply the probability, then we will apply the limit, but here we will first apply the limit, then the probability comes, and here the greater than epsilon which is equals to 0, but here greater than or equals to epsilon. Okay, I hope it's understand what is the difference between convergent in probability and convergent in almost sure. And we also have the convergent in almost sure is a special case of strong law of large numbers. This we will learn in the third unit, the strong law of large numbers. This one is a special case of strong law of large numbers. In proving this strong law of large numbers, we need to prove that the sequence of random variables or a random variable is almost sure. And if the sequence of random variables is convergent to x in almost sure, then the sequence of random variables are also convergent to x in probability. That is, if xn ఒక సీక్వెన్స్ ఆఫ్ ర్యాండమ్ వేరియబుల్స్ అనేటివి కన్వర్జెంట్ టు ఎక్స్ ఇన్ ఆల్మోస్ట్ షూర్ అయినప్పుడు అది కంపల్సరీ ఈ సీక్వెన్స్ అనేది కన్వర్జెంట్ టు ఎక్స్ ఇన్ ప్రాబబిలిటీ కూడా అవుతుంది. దిస్ ఈజ్ నథింగ్ బట్ ది ఇంప్లికేషన్. కౌంటర్ ఇంప్లికేషన్ అంటే xn అనేది సీక్వెన్స్ ఈజ్ కన్వర్జెంట్ టు ఎక్స్ ఇన్ ప్రాబబిలిటీ, దెన్ ఇట్ డస్ నాట్ కన్వర్జెంట్ ఇన్ ఆల్మోస్ట్ షూర్. ఆల్మోస్ట్ షూర్ అవుతే ప్రాబబిలిటీ అవుతుంది, but probability of the almost sure avadu. This is nothing but the implications, and this is the counter implications. And after learning the remaining two modes of convergence, we will learn the implications and counter implications. Okay, please do remember till now so that you will understand the concept correctly and clearly. And I hope you have understood this video. Thank you for watching my videos. If you have any doubts regarding statistics or anything, please do comment in the comment box and I'll make sure I'll answer it. Thank you everyone. Happy learning to you.